After Martin Brundle went viral for his awkward clash with Megan Thee Stallion's bodyguards on the gridwalk ahead of the United States Grand Prix, Formula One have brought in new rules for future walks. Formula One has introduced a new Brundle clause on gridwalks banning bodyguards and ensuring celebrities must be available for interviews following his Megan Thee Stallion snub at the United States Grand Prix. The Sky F1 reporter hit headlines when he attempted to interview the American rapper on the famous gridwalk. Megan Thee Stallion appeared reasonably happy with Brundle's attempts to interview her, but her security detail had other ideas. A bodyguard appeared to turn around and try to force the commentator away from the artist, while another at the back of the group, dubbed a Draco Malfoy lookalike by Brundle, told the 62-year-old he could not follow and ask questions to the rapper. Brundle, who has worked for ITV Sport and BBC in the past and been doing his iconic gridwalks for over 20 years now, replied, "I can because I just did." After the incident went viral, Brundle took to Twitter to vent his frustrations with the clip being replayed and dissected on American talk shows as well as on social media. "I have felt under pressure on the grid before, but by people called Senna, Prost, Schumacher, Mansell, Piquet and so on," Brundle wrote. "Bodyguards visiting the grid for the first time don't bother me, everyone's got a job to do, but they could maybe learn some manners and respect on our patch." At the Mexican Grand Prix on Sunday, Brundle confirmed new regulations had been introduced after Austin, his first gridwalk since the pandemic delayed the start of the 2020 season. There have been new rules introduced, that any celebrities on the grid must not have bodyguards any longer, Brundle revealed on Sky F1. "It must be the Brundle clause, and they are obliged to talk to me. I sort of like it if they ignore me, to be honest." Brundle admitted he prefers talking to celebrity guests who have a genuine interest in the sport rather than those who are simply there to promote themselves or a particular image. "I like to call out some of the celebs I think are just using the grid a little bit, if I'm honest. They don't really have a passion," he added. "I know there are millions of fans at home going, I should be on that grid. I'm a massive Formula One fan, not them. But my claim to fame at last. I get ignored by Megan Thee Stallion, I get biffed out of the way by a Man Mountain and then told off by a Malfoy lookalike who doubtless was on his first ever time to a Formula One grid. I put out a simple tweet about it and got 5 million impressions. I don't understand any of that, to be honest." Earlier this year, Brundle said he had not missed the gridwalks during their absence. "I like the challenge and it makes me nervous because it's 8 or 9 minutes of live television, unscripted, unrehearsed, and just go. It makes me nervous mostly because it's my alter ego. I've had some classically good moments on the grid and some classically bad ones. Formula One returns to the Interlagos in São Paulo for the Brazilian Grand Prix on November 14, with Red Bull star Max Verstappen holding a 19-point lead over Mercedes' Lewis Hamilton.